Welcome to TrackMen Lab. Let me introduce GhostTrack, our optical camera tracking system based on GhostFrame technology. GhostTrack makes perfect use of the patented GhostFrame technology. To calculate the pose of the camera, no further markers on the studio ceiling, floor, or wall are required, just GhostTrack. But how does it work? The secret is what the sensor camera sees. Looking at the GhostTrack user interface, we can now see what the tracking sees, the hidden reference image. This is what the software uses to calculate the position and orientation of the camera. While the filming camera sees the regular rendered background image, the GhostTrack sensor recognizes the tracking reference image. Both are working in parallel. Maybe you say that it's easy just to place one image after the other, but this would result in a massive flicker effect. It would be very annoying to everybody inside the studio. But the patented GhostFrame technology does the trick. The additional LED content is not visible to the human eye and does also not flicker, so nobody at the set is getting disturbed. Talking about hardware, this is basically just the sensor unit, which is rigidly attached to the camera. We synchronize the sensor unit with this trigger box. As an option, there can be a special ring light with infrared LEDs. Also, the status of the zoom and focus is processed for a complete set of camera parameters. This is all you need. In order to install and calibrate the tracking, you can use a quick and easy process. Thanks to the unique reference pattern, an automated initialization takes place. We call it AutoInit. We generate an individual reference image per LED volume. It is always consisting of two types of reference objects, absolute and relative ones. With the absolute reference objects, we set the studio coordinate system and the scale of the virtual world, making sure the real world matches the virtual one, and all virtual backgrounds and objects are always at the same place for every shot. We spread the relative reference objects over the remaining LED volume to provide reliable objects for the tracking. When the camera starts moving, the automatic initialization is done. The tracking is ready to go. Too quick? Let's do it again. We reset the system, we start moving, that's it. GhostTrack is quick and easy to install, means nearly zero setup time. It is therefore particularly suitable for short-time events and rentals. It can even be installed by non-experts or remote. GhostTrack delivers the highest precision for the full range of virtual production. No problem for GhostTrack, thanks to the Markerless Tracking function. During the automatic initialization of the system, you simply pan to the side, just to show the area outside the LED volume to the camera. Here, the markerless tracking part takes over automatically. In addition to the hidden reference at the GhostFrame LEDs, GhostTrack uses the natural environment as a tracking reference. You can freely move around your studio, which allows any kind of set extension. In addition to the regular visual light, GhostTrack is able to even process infrared light, both at the same time. The optional infrared LED illuminates dedicated markers in the environment. Therefore, GhostTrack can even work in complete darkness. This enables you to place optional markers anywhere it is required. Now you can use the automatic initialization again to calculate the 3D position of these additional points as well. These infrared markers can now be used as additional reference objects. Bottom line, GhostTrack can use three different types of reference objects: the hidden GhostFrame pattern, the real environment, and the dedicated infrared marks. You have a solution for any studio. Traditionally, you can use only one camera at a time to film the LED background, as it can show only one camera perspective at a time. If you're using a second camera, you see the background image of camera 1 as well. Therefore, the virtual perspective is wrong. This destroys the illusion of a correct background perspective. But with GhostFrame multi-source feature, you can feed a second background to the second camera at the same time. Now, you're using the second background image. We show the correct perspective for this camera. We reached our goal. Now we provide the correct background image from a correct perspective for both cameras at the same time. As you can see, GhostFrame provides multiple LED contents per camera frame. In post or during live productions, you now have the choice to switch between both cameras at any time. Regarding camera tracking, GhostTrack uses the same reference image for both cameras to provide perfect tracking for all cameras. And again, the multiple content is not visible to the human eye. GhostTrack in TTL mode offers a special advantage. Only the video image of the filming camera is used as the source for camera tracking. The measurement takes place through the lens. No additional sensors at the camera are required. Instead of the sensor camera, GhostTrack is now looking through the lens of the filming camera. Using a camera with a higher frame rate, the camera shows multiple outputs at the same time. Now you can track with GhostTrack just using your filming camera, without any additional sensor hardware. Even zooms are possible, as long as part of the reference image can be seen. As you can see, the TTL version of GhostTrack uses a very lean setup. It features a fast and easy installation and is also the perfect solution for remote applications. Everything just based on your existing filming camera.